Welcome to Zero Developer. And as we discussed that we will expand the project and we will create the class libraries, and each library will have its own functionality. So I have created the abstraction, the API, which is responsible for query and mutation, the model, which will be having the schemas and inputs, and then we have a common, and we have a core. Core is responsible for the business logic, and then we have the database, which is responsible to communicate with the database using the entity framework, and then we have a mapper using the auto mapper to get the data from the database using the project 2 functionality, and we will also use it for many other purposes. Folder we will create for each of them test project, but right now I have just created for GraphQL.api model, where I have created a base GraphQL schema because this is for the API models. And right now we have only the patient schema. So I have created a test class for it. And if we go to the tests and we run them, it will success. We have done so far. So if we go to the base GraphQL schema, this is a abstract class, so no one can create an object of it. And we have two methods which need to be implemented by the classes which will inherit it. This is the get object. So for example, in patient schema, this get object is override to return the patient schema, and the assert GraphQL name. As we can see that in verify GraphQL test method, we are getting all the properties, and then we are getting those properties which have the GraphQL name attribute. For example, if I go to the patient schema, those will be which have the GraphQL name. So the purpose of the testing of this class is to verify that these names has not be changed. So if someone come here and change it to this one, then of course the client is utilizing these GraphQL schemas. So it will throw the exception for them if they will try to read it the ID. So we want to make sure that nobody change it. So if I go to the unit test again and run them, it will fail. As you can see that this has been failed. So let's revert it and rerun the test. And as you can see, it's success. With the time, we will add more unit tests. For now, we have done with the API.models. And the next tutorial, we will create the unit tests for the database. For watching, and stay tuned for the updates.